Hey everybody, RG here once again. I'm actually using a different microphone than I was in the last two commentary videos, so hopefully this will be a lot better sound quality. This is what I actually use to record music, so it's got to be a little bit better. We'll see though. So I just wanted to make a video. This is not a live commentary. I just did a guild tomb, and that's the footage that you're watching, just to give you something to look at. So it's like actually a little bit realm related. But what I want to talk about is like a little abstract, I guess. And yeah, I think the majority of people are probably not going to enjoy what I have to say, but I want to say it anyway because I have a lot of opinions and I like talking about them. So I got the idea to do this because I was in a cemetery on, I think, my Mystic, which is unfortunately now dead, but I got 5 stars, so that's good. And I was just minding my own business, getting my speed potions, when all of a sudden I see a person whose guild name is called Hitler Wasn't Wrong. And the leader of this guild is Slothberg, and that's who was in the cemetery with me. And if you look at his realm, he's got great characters. I mean, he's very good at the game. But that just made me upset because why? Why would you do that? And I mean, basically the subject of this video is just why? Like, I don't know. Let's talk about this for a little bit. Like, okay, so Adolf Hitler was in a lot of people's minds one of the worst people to ever live, and he did some of the worst things that anyone can possibly do. Now, some people have the misconception that this just meant he sat in a dark room all day and twiddled his thumbs and just muttered under his breath and was evil. And I mean, I guess something that people don't like to think about is he loved people and people loved him and he cared a lot about a lot of things. That being said, you can't just go out and say Hitler wasn't wrong because that implies, if you're not being specific, that implies that he wasn't wrong about the thing that most people know him for, which is genocide. So why the fuck would you name your guild that? Oh my god. And look, maybe Hitler at one point had a slice of this strawberry cheesecake and he took a bite and it was just the most amazing thing and he said, "This is really good. This is a really good cheesecake." And you know what? Hitler was probably not wrong about that. But Hitler was wrong about a lot of things. And I just don't understand why you would do something like that. And granted, if it's just to piss off people like me, then you've succeeded. Because I mean, I'm making a video for God's sake. I'm wasting my breath talking about this. And you know what? That's more effort than Slothberg is ever going to put in. It's more thought than he's ever going to put in to thinking about this guild and his guild name. But I guess what I'm trying to get at here is I don't know why you would do something. And I just like I want to know, is it just to upset people or is it because you are actually I mean, it can't be. I mean, Slothberg, whoever he is, he's probably just some dude or some girl, whatever. Probably a dude, given that this is a realm of the Mad God, sitting in his computer chair, looking at his computer, thinking, "Oh, you know what's gonna upset a lot of people is if I name my guild Hitler wasn't wrong." And if that was really his intention, yeah, okay, whatever. He did a good job because he's upsetting people. But I just like, do you know that you are not as good as you can be? And granted, okay, so we're all playing this computer game, and that means that none of us are using our time to its fullest potential because I mean, I spend way too much time on this game. I know plenty of other people do. Like, we could all be putting our efforts into solving world hunger or something, and I know it's not that simple, but like, it would take effort, and that effort is currently not being used by us because we're playing this video game. But barring that aside, do you understand that you're not being as good as you can be? Just in this context. And if you understand that, if first of all, if you don't understand that, I'm telling you right now, if you are doing things, if you are making decisions just to spite or to upset other people. You are not doing things that are as good as you can be doing. You're not being your full potential of yourself. And if you did know that, if you did know that what you're doing isn't a good thing, then why are you doing it? I don't understand. Granted, this is kind of a topic that is a lot bigger than just Realm. So I wanna bring it back because I have another I don't have a video. I wish I did. A story of a white star named Troglodyta. And if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm so sorry. But actually, no, you know what? I'm not sorry at all because you suck. So let me tell you the story. Troglodyta is what appears to be a very skilled player. And what he likes to do is he likes to go into the Godlands, call out something like a lab or a crystal, and you teleport to him. And instead of a lab or a crystal, you find about 20 ghost gods, and people die sometimes. And he gets a bunch of gods together, he drags them up, and then he calls something and hopes that you'll teleport and die. And he is of course good enough, or he's on a knight or something, or like a priest with a tome of holy protection, where it doesn't really matter. So like he can handle it, but he knows you can't. And so one time he called something, and I, being the stupid idiot that I was, figured, oh, he must be sincere. He must actually have found a dungeon. And he didn't. He did not find a dungeon. I teleported to him. I made it out okay because I acted quickly and I got out of the way and I started killing the gods. But that just made me so upset because he's not gaining anything from that. It's not even out of self-interest or self-preservation. It's just to fuck with other people. So Troglodyta, do you know that what you're doing is not... It's just a waste. It's a waste of you. Like, do you understand that? And so I then sunk to his level, of course, and what I did is I actually rounded up some people, because I basically I turned all keyboard warrior on him, and I PM'd him until he either blocked me or at least claimed he blocked me, and that wasn't good enough for me. So what I did is I paid people life potions to tell him that he's trash. I just said, I'm paying a life potion if you will private message Troglodyta and tell him that he's trash. And it was actually kind of funny because another White Star Traction, he was out there and he said that he would do it for free. So, I mean, I'm not the only one that has these opinions about this particular player, but I don't get it. And it was funny too because he got upset. I think we hurt his feelings. And because I looked at his Realmeye page, and in the player description it said, I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was something on the lines of "live and let live." Like, I know that was one of the phrases he used. He basically implying what he was trying to say is, leave me alone, stop being so mean. Live and let live? Troglodyta, who are you letting live? You're doing the exact opposite of that. And I just think it's funny that we could then hurt his feelings to the point where he had to ask us to stop, because it's like, you're the piece of shit here, like, not us. And granted, I could have been the better person and not like paid people to abuse him, but I think it's funny. And this goes out to everyone who drags and everyone who uses hacks. Like, are you aware that you could be better and you're not? Like, has that crossed your mind that you could be better, and right now you're not good? Like, there's actually, I have one more story, and then I'll cut to the chase here. I have a NPE account. He's a white name, and his name is Erie, and I love him to death. And I'm trying to work on him because my pet is good enough now that I really rely on it. So I try to play on the white name occasionally just to get used to not having a pet, because I think that's part of having skill in the game. And so I was doing an abyss, and there were these two people, and I got in, and of course they look at little Erie with the Staff of Destruction and the tier 4 spell and whatever, and they think, oh, this is just another new player that doesn't know what he's doing. So they proceed to get a bunch of brutes together and drag on me. And I don't remember who these people were. I don't remember their names. I mean, this isn't... I've been calling out enough people anyway, so we don't need to say whatever their names were anyway. But point is, I fended off the drag, and then I got on RG, because obviously I couldn't speak on Erie. So I got on RG, and I saw their names, and I private messaged both of them. I basically said, if you hurt my baby, I'll fuck you up. I'll kill you. And they realized like, oh shit, this is actually like the NP of somebody, and so they stopped dragging. And that's fine. But you shouldn't have been dragging in the first place. And it got to the point where like I was so upset with them, or at least they thought I mean I was pretty upset with them, but they got pretty scared, I guess. And so they not only offered to open an ocean dredge for me, but they offered to join my guild. And whoa, if you have offered to join my guild, that must mean you really feel bad about me. Um, and it's just like, okay, I appreciate that you're doing this. I appreciate the gesture, but you didn't stop dragging because it's a bad thing. You stopped dragging because someone with a yellow star and a two-letter name decided that you were like a piece of shit and called you out. That's not why you should not do something. You shouldn't stop doing something bad just because someone that you see as somewhat important tells you to stop. You should not do bad things because they're bad. And I just think dragging, especially on a new player or like white names like that, is horrible. Because think if that actually was a new player. They come into the game, they look at these people dragging these seemingly dangerous monsters on them, and they figure, oh, this community is shit. And also, these monsters are really hard to deal with. And they quit. Because who would want to play a game where your first impression is these assholes dragging the entire demon horde onto you? Like, it's just like do it to keep the game alive if nothing else. So I mean I've been rambling long enough, and this tomb video is going to come to an end pretty soon, but I wanted to get that out there. I wanted to get it out there for everyone who drags and everyone who hacks and everyone who, I don't know, supports Hitler in their guild name. Like, I don't really know how to describe that last category, but just please understand that right now you are so much worse than you could be. And you have so much potential too to, like, I don't know, be a decent person. And like I understand that this game is an outlet for like whatever bad behavior you're gonna have. So like if it's between like dragging on some new player in an abyss or like going out and stealing something, yeah, whatever, drag on the new player in the abyss. But can you just not do both? Like, is that really that hard? Like to just be decent like most of the time is, I don't think it's that hard. So honestly, I challenge you right now, be decent. All right, I'm not, don't even be good, just don't suck. All right, that's what I urge you to do. So I think I'm gonna call it a day right there. Props to you if you actually listen to this, because that's just fantastic. I really I know I wouldn't listen if I were you. um so yeah, that's what I have to say. I'll be making more videos soon. I'm on my last four classes, and I only have four character slots, so this is it before I get a white star. So I'm on the home stretch, so that'll happen soon. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you have a nice day.